Hi guys, Joe Walker here. You might have seen other car reviewers do the comparo of these two vehicles, but Geely has a new variant of the Okavango, the Okavango Urban Plus, and I don't think anyone has done a comparo of the Urban Plus and the Tiggo 8 yet. So that's what we'll do in this video. We'll compare the Tiggo 8 and the Geely Okavango Urban Plus. So which one is better for you? Let's find out. A couple of years ago, if you wanted a 7-seater at this price, you had to make do with MPVs, which were pretty basic. You'd be lucky if you got leather seats or a reverse camera. To be honest, if you compare even the base models of these vehicles to top-of-the-line variants of the Rush, the Expander, the Ertiga, it's just night and day. There's no comparison. These new breed of crossovers feel a lot more refined and feel a lot more premium. So in this video, we'll compare these two Chinese 7-seaters in different categories. Let's start with the exterior. So obviously this is subjective, and whichever my pick is, that's my opinion. Yeah, and feel free to disagree with me. I like the design of the Tiggo 8 better. It looks more sleek, especially when you see it from the side. I like the proportions. I like the size of the wheels. I like how they're flush with the fenders, so it looks like it's wider. I like the flowing lines on the sides of the vehicle. The Okavango Urban Plus has a boxier design. You could also say that it looks more simple. That's not saying that it's bad though. Although it looks a bit more like a hybrid between a crossover and an MPV. Also, one more thing is that you get a more diverse choice of colors on the Tiggo 8. Like, you can get this very attractive shade of red on the Tiggo 8. While on the Okavango, it's basically grayscale. It's black, gray, silver, and white. Yeah, so if you want brighter colors, you have no choice but to go with the Tiggo 8. So next category is deck. So both vehicles are loaded with tech. The Tiggo 8 has some features that the Okavango Urban Plus doesn't have, and the Okavango Urban Plus has some features that the Tiggo 8 doesn't have. Both vehicles have a power tailgate, but the power tailgate of the Tiggo 8 can be opened remotely. The Tiggo 8 also has this. So this is basically a watch that doubles as a key fob. So you can open the windows, you can open the sunroof, you can open the tailgate, you can start the engine remotely, and you can unlock or lock the doors using this key fob or using this watch. But it also monitors your heart rate, so it's like a Fitbit in a way. So if this is something that's attractive to you, then I guess plus points to the Tiggo 8. This is something that the Okavango Urban Plus doesn't have. The Okavango though has a much higher resolution screen, and you also get a more sophisticated 360 camera. As you can see here, the resolution is higher. You can also rotate the view like this, which you can't do on the Tiggo 8. And aside from being higher resolution, it's also in landscape mode, unlike on the Tiggo 8 where the 360 camera is in portrait mode, so it's smaller. So it has Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't have Android Auto. The Okavango Urban Plus has a power adjustable passenger seat, while on the Tiggo 8 only the driver's seat is power adjustable. So the Tiggo 8 has heated seats. That's one thing that the Okavango Urban Plus doesn't have. The Okavango Urban Plus also has tri-zone climate control, while the Tiggo 8 only has dual zone. And the Okavango Urban Plus has adaptive headlights, while the Tiggo 8 doesn't. Both vehicles have nice interiors. They both look very premium, especially compared to Japanese or Korean MPVs or crossovers in the segment. I would give a slight edge to the Tiggo 8 though. I think the design and the materials look just a bit nicer. You get more soft touch materials here, whereas on the Okavango you get a lot more hard plastics. This is soft touch. This is leather with white stitching. This is leather wrapped. This is leather wrapped. You got leather seats. It's probably full leather, but it looks convincing enough. And it looks like it's about the same quality as the leather on the Okavango Urban Plus. You also get ambient lighting that syncs with the music that you're playing. You also get these aluminum accents. The buttons feel crisp. And these air vents they almost feel like they're dampened. They have a bit of resistance to them. Yeah, they don't feel cheap. You get a lot more hard plastics on the Okavango Urban Plus. Like this is hard plastic. This is hard plastic. Hard plastic. I like the buttons of the Tiggo 8 here. They feel crisp. These ones feel a bit more. These ones feel a bit more spongy. They're not so bad though. So one thing that was changed on the Okavango Urban Plus is this instrument cluster. It is now fully digital. It's the same with the Tiggo 8. You also get a digital screen on the Tiggo 8, but this is a lot bigger and it's also higher resolution. And the Okavango Urban Plus also comes with a panoramic sunroof now, which is the most significant improvement over the previous top-of-the-line model. Like I said, they both look nice, but if I had to pick one, I would give the win to the Chery Tiggo 8. The Okavango is powered by a 1.5-liter turbocharged gasoline engine. It's a mild hybrid, so it's coupled to a 48-volt electric motor. The total output is 190 horsepower, which is a lot more than the Tiggo 8's 145 horsepower. Both the Okavango and the Tiggo 8 have dual clutch transmissions, but the transmission of the Okavango feels just a bit smoother, especially in stop-and-go traffic. The NVH levels of the Okavango are very good. It is very quiet inside the cabin. The Tiggo 8 may not have as much power as the Okavango, but I think it's gonna be more than enough for most people. 145 horsepower is still a lot, especially compared to Japanese MPVs in this price bracket. Like the Okavango, the Tiggo 8 also comes with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. The transmission of the Tiggo 8 though feels just a bit more laggy. There's a bit more lag between the time you step on the gas and the time that it moves, but that only happens when you're coming from a complete stop. Once you get going, it does feel quite fast and it does feel a lot more responsive. So neither vehicle is a slouch, but I'd give this win to the Okavango because of its more powerful engine, its mild hybrid power plant, and it just feels a bit smoother than the Tiggo 8, especially in stop-and-go traffic. Next category is reliability. So I follow the groups for both of these vehicles online, and neither vehicle seems to have major issues, at least according to customer feedback. But the Tiggo 8 comes with a longer warranty. It comes with 5 years or 150,000 kilometers of general warranty. But what's more impressive is that it comes with 10 years or 1 million kilometers of engine warranty. We don't really have scientific data yet on the longevity of these vehicles because they're both pretty new. But at least on the Tiggo 8 you have the warranty to fall on if you ever have issues in the future. The next category is practicality. So the Okavango is a bigger vehicle, so you get more interior space, you get more cargo space. You also get more storage spaces here. You have this space underneath the center console where you can store a lot of stuff. You get much bigger cup holders. You also get more ways to configure the second row seats. And the Okavango Urban Plus is a mild hybrid, so it should be more fuel efficient. So yeah, I would give this win to the Geely Okavango. Next category is value for money. So the Chery Tiggo 8 sells for 1.3 something million, the top of the line model. And the Okavango Urban Plus sells for 1.4 something million. So for that additional 100,000 pesos, you get adaptive headlights, you get tri-zone climate control, you get a much better camera system, and you get a more powerful engine. Personally, I like the higher resolution camera of the Okavango Urban Plus, but it's not something that I would pay a lot of extra money for. Also, the same goes with the tri-zone climate control, and I don't really feel like I don't need a power adjustable passenger seat. The headlights are also nice, but not something that I would pay a lot of extra money for. I think the main advantage of the Okavango Urban Plus though is the engine. It's a more powerful engine. It has 190 horsepower in total. It's also a mild hybrid, so theoretically it should be more fuel efficient. I would give this to the Chery Tiggo 8 because it's more affordable. The 138,000 peso price difference is quite significant. And while the Okavango does a few things better than the Tiggo 8, I think the Tiggo 8 isn't that far behind. It's not as powerful, but it's powerful enough. Not as techy, but it's techy enough. And it's probably spacious enough for your average family. So yeah, this category goes to the Chery Tiggo 8. In summary, the Okavango Urban Plus offers more impressive tech goodies like a better camera system and adaptive headlights. You also get a more powerful engine and a mild hybrid system. Take note though that it's a mild hybrid. It's not a full hybrid like the Corolla Cross, so it's not going to be as fuel efficient. It does add 13 horsepower though, and it probably shaves a couple of kpl to your consumption. And the Okavango also has a more spacious third row. If you don't want to spend extra for those features though, I think the Tiggo 8 is also a good option. It is significantly more affordable. It is techy enough. I think it has enough power for most people. It's also handsome looking, and you can get it in this eye-catching shade of red. Do check out my reviews of the Okavango Urban Plus and the Chery Tiggo 8. The links are in the description below.